Our next item is item 6.1, recommended positions and legislative update from Ms. Swanson. We did that on purpose.
I know. I was just thinking I need Chris Cram and his team to make me a cute video on the legislative process. Might make it seem a little more appealing. And then it's not in front of you, but as with this time in session, things
Excuse me, I don't think we voted
I'm sorry.
on that yet. We had a motion and a second. All in favor? And that's unanimous.
So I have one other bill that I wanted to bring to the board's attention. It's not in front of you because as of this time during session, things are changing by the hour. There was a bill at the February 26th board meeting that was in attachment B. It was covered under the platform. It was House Bill 1110, and it was a study on digital devices and their use in classrooms. And the bill as written charged the State Department of Education and the Department of Health with creating guidelines that school systems would have to implement for the safe use of technology in classrooms. As it was reflected in the attachment, the board took no position, just because without seeing what the guidelines were, it's hard to say whether we support or oppose them. And recently, the board had a few community members reach out and urge support of this legislation, and I was able to talk with them and kind of explain the no position under the platform. And they wrote very eloquently to the board and encouraged support still. And I just talked to Delegate Ludke, the chair of the Ways and Means Education Subcommittee, and he said the bill has been amended to have MSDE and the Department of Health create best practices that school systems could look to in how to best ensure that digital devices are used in the best way possible for our students. Keeping in mind the community advocates and also the amendments to the bill, I was going to ask the board to support this legislation or move to support this legislation.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. All in favor? And that's unanimous.
And I did want to thank those community members. I love hearing that my mom isn't the only one that watches my legislative presentations. So I'm very thankful when we hear from community members, asking why a board took a position or wanting us to take positions on legislation. It makes me feel kind of that I am supporting the community and the community is engaging with positions that the board is taking. So I wanted to thank them for bringing that to our attention. And that's what I have.
Okay. Thank you, Ms. Swanson.